After Maharashtra became the latest opposition-ruled state to collapse, the Telangana Chief Minister KCR has now hit out at the BJP, saying that there is an undeclared state of emergency in India. He says that Indira Gandhi, the former Prime Minister, was bold enough to declare an emergency. But today in India, there is an undeclared emergency.
ये लोकतंत्र है या षड्यंत्र है? क्या चला रहा है देश में? नरेंद्र मोदी जी का सरकार लोकशाही को नहीं मानता, तानाशाही को मानता है, लोकतंत्र को नहीं मानते, षड्यंत्र को मानते हैं. तो इंदिरा गांधी, she was bold enough to declare emergency. It was a direct emergency, declared emergency. But today in India, there is an undeclared emergency. मुख्यमंत्रियों को डराएंगे, जहां लोग 3/4 मेजॉरिटी से जीतते उनको डराएंगे, एक नाथ शिंदे पैदा करेंगे. अरे क्या तमाशा हो रहा है? The facts and figures very clearly say India requires non-BJP double engine governments, not BJP double engine governments.
And the Chief Minister KCR also attacked the UP Chief Minister, mocking the UP Chief Minister Adityanath. He said that a Chief Minister in whose state the per capita is 1/4 of Telangana has come here to give us advice. The reference, of course, is to the Chief Minister Adityanath being in Hyderabad last week, as the BJP chose Hyderabad as the destination, as the venue for its national executive meet, because Telangana goes to the polls late next year. The party's top brass, the Prime Minister, Mr. Amit Shah, JP Nadda and Chief Minister Adityanath were among the other BJP leaders who arrived in hordes descending on Hyderabad, signalling the party's focus on expanding in the south, first in Telangana and next in Tamil Nadu.
उत्तर प्रदेश నుంచి ఒక ఆయన ఉత్తర లుంగి కట్టుకొని ముఖ్యమంత్రి ఆయన ఉపన్యాసం చెప్తాడు బాధ పెళ్ళమ్మడం సిగ్గుచేటు ఉత్తరప్రదేశ్ పర్ క్యాపిటల్ 71,000 ఆయన ఉపన్యాసం చెప్తే మనం విని తరించాన్న తెలంగాణలో తెలంగాణ పర్ క్యాపిటల్ 4వ వంతు కాదు మన వల్ల చారాన పనిచేస్తానని వచ్చి మనకు చెప్తారట నీతి.
This even as questions are now being asked about whether the Goa Congress is in turmoil. The Goa Congress is scrambling to refute talk of a brewing revolt as a party meeting saw less than full attendance amidst reports of some leaders being in touch with the ruling BJP. All this now just hours before an assembly session is to begin in the state. Now, amidst denials from key players like Michael Lobo, reports suggest that the Congress party could see another split like the one it saw in 2019 when a majority of its MLAs switched over to the BJP, leaving the party with only 4 former chief ministers in its ranks. Now, reports suggest that even Michael Lobo, who switched from the BJP to the Congress right before the elections, and the Congress strongman from South Goa, Digambar Kamath, is also a former chief minister, is in touch with the BJP and could switch sides. The Congress has denied these reports. It says that these are just stories being planted ahead of the assembly session that commences from Monday.
Right now, these are all rumors. There is nothing as such. See, assembly is starting. One rumor has to be spread by somebody or the other. I am not being told. If I am told, I will tell you all first.
The BJP is planting these stories. Second thing, they are targeting Congress MLAs. The way they are harassing our leader of opposition, Mr. Michael Lobo. It is very, very clear. It's vindictive politics. What kind of politics is this? We are the opposition. You can't silence the opposition. You want to have a one-party rule in this country. You don't want any opposition. This should be either their way or the highway. What kind of method is this? Capturing all the institutions, demolishing the opposition parties, targeting them using IT, ED, police, all kinds of machinery, government machinery. This is unacceptable. This nowhere before Congress have also ruled in Goa. We have never behaved like this.
There's one thing that is true for Goa is that anything is possible in the realm of Goa politics. You can't rule out any possibilities. Now, a 2-week budget session starts in the Goa Assembly on Monday. And sources have suggested that there are some Congress MLAs, the number is still uncertain, who are in touch with the BJP. I'd just like to clarify for the benefit of our viewers that this is not a rumor that has started in the last 24 hours, or speculation that has started in the last 24 hours. This is a rumor that has been doing the rounds for a while now. The Congress party, in a press conference, has officially denied it. Dinesh Gundu Rao has spoken to the media and officially denied it. However, sources indicate that at a crucial meeting that was held of the Goa Congress last evening, there were 10 of the 11 Congress MLAs who were present. And the 11th being Digambar Kamath, who was, interestingly, the Congress's chief ministerial face going into this election, was absent. He's also been a former chief minister of Goa. He's a tall leader of the Congress party from South Goa in the Margao constituency. So he reportedly is upset at the fact that after the election, it was Michael Lobo who was given the place of leader of opposition and not Digambar Kamath. Now, as you rightly pointed out, Michael Lobo had jumped ship from the Congress to the BJP, and just before the election, he went back to the fold of the Congress. He and his wife are both sitting Congress MLAs. What we're now learning is that there is yet another meeting of the Congress party which is underway, and 8 of the 11 Congress MLAs are currently present at the meeting. When this meeting began earlier today, there were only 4 Congress MLAs present at the meeting, but that strength has grown. There has been speculation about the fact that Michael Lobo and his wife, along with others, could jump ship to the BJP. However, what we can confirm at the moment is that Michael Lobo is in fact present at the Congress meeting that is underway as we speak. So this is the latest information that we have coming in from Goa. Like I said, officially the Congress party has denied this. What we're learning from sources, however, is that, there could be a certain section of Congress MLAs unhappy with the party leadership who would be considering joining the BJP. How does this change the political story in Goa? It doesn't. The Congress has 11 MLAs. The BJP emerged as the single largest party. They are comfortably holding on to power in Goa with 25 MLAs, the House strength being 40. Does the BJP need the support of the Congress MLAs? Absolutely not. However, many disgruntled with the Congress party would look to move to the BJP, and this would only further weaken the position of the Congress party in Goa going forward. Apart from that, it doesn't change the dynamics of politics in Goa. Will these, leaders of the Congress, if at all, they jump ship, will they be offered cabinet positions in the Goa government? It's highly unlikely given the fact that, the BJP has the numbers. They are comfortably in a ruling majority in Goa, but they don't technically need the support of these MLAs. This is the latest information that we have. As far as Camp BJP is concerned, sources have indicated that the Union Cabinet Minister is also the Environment Minister of the country, Bhupendra Yadav, is in Goa. And there is a Goa BJP party leaders meet that is also currently underway. The BJP so far officially says this is an internal matter of the Congress and they have absolutely no comment to make. What we are learning from BJP sources, however, is that they are very closely monitoring the situation that is happening within the Congress party. Certain MLAs, like I said, have been in touch with the BJP. Whether or not a deal has been brokered, whether they are likely to jump ship, is anybody's guess at the moment. But like I said, anything is possible within the realm of Goa politics. And if this shift from the Congress to the BJP is indeed to happen, it would further strengthen an already strong BJP and further weaken an already weakened Congress in Goa.
And now the anti-government protesters in Sri Lanka who broke into the embattled President Gotabaya Rajapaksa's official residence have claimed to have recovered millions of rupees inside his mansion. This is according to media reports. The Sri Lankan Army Chief has sought the people's support to maintain peace in the island nation after the President was chased from his residence, forced to announce his resignation. The Army Chief has issued a statement saying that this is an opportunity that has risen to resolve this current crisis in a peaceful manner. He has requested Sri Lankans to support the armed forces and the police to ensure that peace is maintained in the country. The United States has urged Sri Lanka's politicians to come forward and work quickly to achieve long-term solutions to address the people's discontent. The US, however, has criticized Saturday's violence but also warned Sri Lankan forces over any over any attacks on protesters and journalists. Thousands of protesters barged into the official residence of the President, demanding his resignation. The home of the Prime Minister was also set on fire. Mr. Rajapaksa's current whereabouts remain unknown as of now. The PM has resigned. The President is to resign on the 13th of July. And as protesters continue to occupy the Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Rajapaksa's official residence, India has said that it stands with the people of Sri Lanka. In a carefully crafted statement, the Foreign Ministry says India stands with the people of Sri Lanka as they seek to realize their aspirations for prosperity and progress through democratic means and values established institutions and constitutional frameworks. Pointing to the financial aid that India has extended to the island nation as it battles its worst economic crisis, the statement says that Sri Lanka occupies a central place in India's neighbourhood first policy. India is Sri Lanka's closest neighbour and our two countries share deep civilizational bonds, it added.
We have been very supportive of Sri Lanka and we are trying to help, and we are always very helpful where they are concerned, but they are right now working through their problems, so we have to wait and see what.
How do you see the refugee crisis, sir?
There is no refugee crisis right now.
Let's go in for a short break. We'll get you an update on that rescue operation that is now racing against time to find those still missing on the Amarnath Yatra. Welcome back. Now, it's been more than 48 hours and rescue teams are struggling to find dozens of missing yatris feared to be buried under the mudslide after flash floods hit a camping site right next to the holy Amarnath cave on Friday. Let's go across to Nasir Masoodi, who's monitoring this rescue operation. Nasir, what can you tell us?
Well, Sarah, the pictures, visuals you are seeing, these are the first visuals you can see people actually fleeing in fear when the flash floods hit this camping site, which is right next to the holy cave. And these are first such visuals where we see how people are fleeing in fear, in panic, cry, and many people were swept away along with those tents. And now 48 hours after this, rescue mission, not much has been happened in terms of, getting those people who are still missing. So it is hoping against the hope if anyone would be alive. And there are dozens of people who are still missing. There are media reports everywhere, reports 40, but there's not been any formal official statement by the government or by the Shrine Board about the number of missing even after the 48 hours after the tragedy. That remains a big question. What is the actual number of those who are missing? And since yesterday, there have been calls from the families, relatives from across the countries and telling them they could not contact the dear ones who have gone for the yatra. That doesn't mean they all would be, have a hit by these flash floods, but they could not be contacted, they could not be traced. That remains a big challenge, and the number of those people who could not be contacted is much higher than the 40 what is being reported. And rescuers are actually struggling since last 48 hours, and there are videos of the mountain rescue teams of Jammu and Kashmir, how they go inside, the snow water, melt water beneath the glaciers and trying to see if there are any bodies or there are any survivors. So the chance of survivors are very, very little now. But the fact is, the way it is going, it is a difficult terrain. What in fact Lieutenant Governor Sir Manoj Sinha said, but all the security agencies, they are working very hard all these days. But there has not been any luck to find those who have been missing. So these visuals, clearly you can see how hundreds of people actually fleeing who were staying in these tents as the huge volume of water came down from the mountains in this, flash floods. What it caused, was it a, cloud burst? Met Department say no. And how it was caused, nobody has a crystal ball to tell us what exactly happened. But for the last 48 hours, it is a long and a painful wait for the relatives who dear ones have gone missing. We can see now these visuals of the JNK's police monitoring teams, how they go actually inside the glaciers and try to find if there are any survivors. So really, really tough time for the rescuers and those people whose relatives have gone for the yatra.
Sri Masoodi, thanks for bringing us these visuals that really give us an idea, perhaps, of just how challenging this operation is, and these rescue operators, how they're working against the most uphill of conditions to carry out this rescue operation. Thanks, Nazir, for that. And finally, before we let you go, it is the end of the bulletin, and we'd like to leave you with Eid Mubarak to all our viewers from all of us here at NDTV. This is the month of pilgrimage. It's one of the most sacred months for Muslims. Devotees across India celebrated Eid by distributing sweets and, of course, offering namaz. It was no different at the Wagah border, where BSF officials distributed sweets. Prime Minister Modi had Eid greetings too. He tweeted, Eid Mubarak, may this festival inspire us to work towards furthering the spirit of collective well-being and prosperity for the good of humankind. And as is the norm, many hundreds gathered outside Shah Rukh Khan's home, awaiting a glimpse of their idol. On this special day, Shah Rukh Khan and his younger son, Abraham Khan, stepped out on their balcony, as is the tradition, on their balcony at Amarnath, Shah Rukh Khan's home, greeted his fans on this occasion of Eid.